What's up, gangsters? There seem to be a lot of you that are confused when it comes to collections, and I'm here to clarify all you need and also explain to you all why collections are important and how they can get you 499 overall players to your team. Now, first and foremost, I want to remind you all at the same time that you should be doing your daily moments, especially if you want to get the evolution pack that contains Matt Kemp or Madison Bumgarner that will lead to their diamond versions of the cards, as well as if you want this 92 overall Gary Sheffield on your squad. You're gonna want to be doing these moments each and every single day, 12 p.m. Eastern. That's when they reset and a new moment replaces this current moment. So make sure you're doing your daily moments, and if you start today, you still got ample time to get all of the rewards inside this daily moments program. Now, when it comes to collections, whenever you collect a player, let's go to the first inning program to explain it a little better. We're going to go down to our tasks of collections. So whenever we collect a player, we keep that player inside our inventory for life. We can no longer sell him to the community market, and we can no longer quick sell him for 5,000 stubs. If it's a diamond, if it's a gold, it's 1,000, and then as the tiers lower, the quick sell value drops. But if you collect them, you can no longer quick sell them. So I want you all to go ahead and keep that in mind. There are some players, although, that you still will be able to exchange. But when you exchange a player, that is the only time that you will be able to get rid of a player you collected. And most of the times, it's not these exclusive players that are limited to sets. It's live series players that you will be able to exchange after you collect them. But the rule of thumb is, after you collect a certain player, you can no longer get rid of him. That is your player to keep for life. Now, another question that a lot of people have been asking is, can you keep a player, or collect a player, I should say, from multiple collections? And the answer is absolutely. We're gonna go ahead and enter the collections and go to Legends and Flashbacks and go to the 42. Now, I've already collected all of these players for 99 overall Jackie Robinson, and as you can see, Ken Griffey Jr. and all the other players that were listed in that Collect 8 mission are inside this list as well. So I can do it for the first inning program, and then I would have to come back into the 42 collections and collect them inside this program as well. Just because you collect them in one program set does not mean they are collected in the other program set. Wherever you have collected them and they're needed in another set, you need to go to that other set and collect them there as well when we're talking about missions and collections. Now, why is it important to do collections, and why should you never get rid of players that you need for certain sets? Well, that team affinity, monthly awards program was the perfect example. I said, do not get rid of your Tops Now cards because you will need them later down the line, and that's exactly how it worked. In order to get that 95 overall Byron Buxton, I was almost going to say 99 overall, you needed to have collected all 25 of these Tops Now packs, or cards within those packs. Now, if you sold any of them, you were out of luck, because you would have to rebuy them, as in the monthly awards program, they would allow you to select whichever one you did not have in order to complete the entire program. But unfortunately, those that sold had to buy back at a much higher price those cards that they ended up selling. Now, when it comes to getting 99 overalls in terms of collections, we're going to talk about the biggest 3 collections, or actually there is a total of 4 big collections that occur in MLB The Show. The first big one contains 3, and that's going to be the Live Series collections. It contains a reward for whenever you complete the entire American League, 99 overall David Ortiz. It contains a reward for whenever you complete the National League. That's going to be 99 overall Alfonso Soriano. And how you do these collections is, each and every single team is going to have a certain amount of Live Series players for you to collect. Now, every Friday, whenever they do roster updates, there are some players that are added to the teams from free agency, or they get called up to the majors. That's why you see some commons and some bronzes selling for 1,000 stubs and having 500 buy orders, because they did not exist on that team for that collection prior. So now that they have either been called up or added from free agency, the demand is crazy high, because anyone looking to do that collection needs to buy that player. So that's why you see humongous buy orders, because there might be players still looking to complete the Orioles collection. Now, if you complete the Orioles collection, let's say on Thursday or any day prior to the roster update, they could add 50 new players to the Orioles. But since you already completed the collection and got yourself that Jim Palmer, you would never have to worry about buying those 50 new players that they do end up adding to the roster of the Orioles. And each and every single time that you collect the team, you get a certain reward for collecting the team. Whenever the team contains a diamond, you most likely will get a diamond reward. If the team does not contain any diamond, it's most likely going to be a gold reward. And each time you complete a division, for example, the American League East, those are the Baltimore Orioles, where you get Jim Palmer. Those are the Tampa Bay Rays, where you get David Price. Boston Red Sox, you get Lefty Grove. Toronto Blue Jays, you get Joe Carter. And the New York Yankees, Jorge Posada. You can see that there is a reward for collecting the entire division. This reward comes in clutch later on, because in order to collect the American League, you need to collect the division reward for each and every single division. So Rich Gossage comes from the AL East. You will need to collect him in order to get 99 overall David Ortiz. Now, most of the times, or I would say every single time, you see a reward from a collection of live series players, that reward is non-sellable. So you might as well work towards getting that David Ortiz, Alfonso Soriano. And once you complete those two, that's 299 overalls. Keep that in mind. Once you complete those two, David Ortiz and Alfonso Soriano, then you have to collect them once again, which they were non-sellable regardless. So you might as well collect them. Then you have to collect them once again. Holy cow, that accent kicked in. And you get yourself 99 overall Chipper Jones. That's how the game works. That's how you do collections, and that's why you do collections of live series players in general. Now, another big thing that can get you a lot of extra stubs is free agents. I would never ever in my life sell any free agent, even if I do have duplicates, because as I said previously, whenever free agents get added to teams, because in the majors they do sign free agents in the middle of the season, whenever they do get added to teams, their prices always skyrocket. So even though I have 2 Roberto Osunas, I have collected them all. So out of the 2, I have collected 1. If you have multiple players, it would only collect 1. Also keep that in mind. So you'll be able to sell all the other multiples of that player that you have. This Roberto Osuna, if he gets picked up by a team, that team is going to need him in order to complete the live series collection if you hadn't done so already. So the demand for him is going to be crazy high, and his price will skyrocket, and I'll be able to make stubs from selling that extra 1 that I have. And since I already collected him, then if I haven't collected that team that picked him up, I'll easily be able to collect them without a problem, since I already have 1 locked into my inventory for life. That's how you get the first 399 overalls inside the game. Then the next big collection is the Legends and Flashbacks collection. So we start off with the 42 series. This comes from completing all of Showdown, or all of Team Affinity, not Showdown, excuse me, but Showdown is generally the fastest way that you can complete it all. But once you have completed all of Team Affinities, you get yourself 30 42 series cards. So you'll have Larry Doby and Minnie Minoso. That's 32 cards in general. Now you're missing 10. How do you get the other 10? Ken Griffey Jr. and the other starter diamonds that came in packs because you ordered or pre-ordered the Jackie Robinson edition of MLB The Show or higher. Those 10 players you would have to purchase from the community market and then lock them in, and that's how you get yourself 99 overall Jackie Robinson. Now you might be wondering, why is it important to do these collections in general when it comes to Legends and Flashbacks? Last year, in terms of the Legends and Flashbacks, each one of these towards the middle of the game cycle is going to give you a voucher. So here it says collect 1. As the game continues, they're going to update this, give you more rewards, and say something along the lines of collect 15, get yourself 5 standard packs, collect 30, get yourself 5 Ballin' as a Habit packs, and then collect 50, get yourself a certain voucher that is going to be needed for the big collections reward. So each and every single set will have a voucher that pertains to that set. Once you get that voucher, you're gonna need a certain amount of those vouchers to get the end game reward when it comes to collections. Last year, it was a 99 overall Mike Trout. This year, I'm gonna go ahead and predict that it's gonna be a 99 overall Mickey Mantle. And in order to get that 99 overall Mickey Mantle, you're gonna probably need, if this is in total 15, at least 10 out of the 15s completely collected and the voucher from 10 out of the 15s. And in order to complete those collections and get those vouchers, you would need to keep those players that are second half heroes, prospects, tops now, breakouts inside your inventory and actually collect them in order to complete it. So that's why collections are important in general, and that's how collections in general as well get you 99 overalls and will help you out tremendously down the line in terms of MLB The Show, and their prices will skyrocket as well, as more and more people will sell them while you keep them. Even if you invest in them as well, you will be able to make stubs, because when their prices go up down the line as new rewards come out, especially the big rewards for collections, their prices will skyrocket just like the tops now did. Now, if you did end up enjoying today's content, like button, subscribe button, notifications, follow me on all my socials, become a member of the channel if you would like to. We got the community tab, interact with me there, more Bhlademyst, my other YouTube channels, and then playlist section has all the playlists that you can possibly think of. And then above me, cards appeared throughout the entire video, so make sure you go ahead and check them out as well. Have a blessed day and night, stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out.